All right, let's see if we can get this. Get everything working here. All right, we got Questy Hayford from Esports, the president of the Esports Trade Association in Ghana, and we're going to get him live here. I'm going to bring him up. Make sure everything is working.
Oh,
Questy,
yo, Rod.
how are you, my friend?
I am fine. Okay, wait. Let me turn on my camera. I can you
There we
see
go.
me?
I can see you. I can't. We're
Gosh.
actually we're actually doing this. We have been trying for I don't even know how long, right?
Yes, yes, bro. Yes.
So
It's
great,
amazing.
so great to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time. Um, so we are. I want to make sure. Hey guys, can you, Patricio, other people in here, Somgren, can you guys hear Kwesi? Okay. Go ahead and talk again, Kwesi. Let me make sure that you're coming through.
Hi, everyone at the studio with Rod, all the back end guys.
All right.
Great to be meet you all.
Awesome. Awesome. So Kwesi, by the way, it's Rob with a B, not Rod with a
Okay.
D.
Rob with a B. All right. Great, 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 great.
I am so excited. I have been watching your stuff. Guys, let me give you a little bit of background on what Kwesi's what I've seen on the outside, and then we're going to have him do a full introduction of what he's doing. He is the president of the Esports Association in Ghana, right? Do I have that right?
You have that right.
Okay. He has just lit things up on LinkedIn with the efforts he's making in the world of esports from all kinds of things that I see: economic development, social development, connection, all the things that we talk about through the foundation and the work that I'm doing. And he and I have talked for, I don't know, the last couple of years maybe through LinkedIn. We've been trying to schedule things. So very, very impressive. I'm very excited. I talk about you all the time and all the work you're doing. And I can't wait to get to Ghana to be able to engage personally with what you're doing up there. So if you would give
Yeah.
us just give us an introduction to you and the things that you're doing.
Okay, all right, everyone. I'm Kwesi Hayford, and I happen to be the president of Esports Association Ghana. My work basically involves bringing people together, empowering them with esports and video games. And we want to change the narratives for what it means to play games. We want to change the narratives for kids. We want to change the narratives for ladies and girls, but most importantly, create a better livelihood for people with games, right? So basically, that's what I do. And I do this whether be it fun or be it education, be it anything that I can think about. Once it comes into my mind, I'm doing it. Basically, that's it.
So how did you? So I want to know more about the specifics of things you're doing. You post all the time. By the way, the motivational things that you post, we understand, and anyone in gaming and esports understands that the stigma around gaming and the misconceptions and how it's they don't people don't understand how far it's evolved. But how did you get associated with this esports association? How did you become president? How did that all come about?
Oh, okay. Um, right after university, I mean, I came out of university and said I want to do tournaments. So in my own community, I started doing tournament. Then in 2010, I said I wanted to do something national, right? So I looked up for a tournament in France. At the time, it was Electronic Sports World Cup. And I said, hey, I want to take some people to it was being organized in Paris, Disneyland Paris. When I had Disneyland Paris, I knew if I got to get some people there, it would change the narratives, right? So I sent an email to the organizers and I say, hey, I want to do a regional national qualifiers and pick some players and bring them there. So right after that, I did about 6 cities qualifiers, and I did a grand final qualifiers, and that really, I think people saw it, and some other guys also saw it and called me and say, hey, you know what? We want to put some formalities and regularity to esports. And we came together to form, we're 4 guys who came together to form the Esports Association. Currently, our membership strength is lies around 85. So within that frame of time of, let's say, 6 years, which we formally registered a company, we are about uh, close to 85 strength of companies, not
Wow.
individuals.
Wow.
Yes, who are members of the Esports Association.
Wow.
So basically, for us is to grow this space, also build business connections, right? Because other people are in the space are trying to build their businesses, and we try to be the foundation by which they can find out those partnerships. Yeah.
So amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. So how have you found, how has esports and gaming been adopted that you found, I guess, as a country, as your government, as locals, with businesses, those kinds of things, and maybe just the people? Do you feel like it's being accepted very well, or do you feel like it's still an uphill battle?
I think that the acceptance people appreciate the fact that gaming can be a change, a change agent, right? Like you could use it to make people's life better. So when it comes to the government level, I would say that they have seen the effort in that space and they are responding. So there's a government initiative to really propel esports.
Awesome.
But I'm told that even in the parliament of government, there's a policy going around to make sure that esports is fully adopted as an employment, and create an agency to really steer the effort. We are an association. We are non-governmental. We are non-profit organization trying to bring formality into the space, but the government will need to do its part. So with that, the government is doing that, and then my thought was that another space we could use to champion this will be the education space, whereby the schools are also a place for them to understand. So we go into the schools to present to them educational esports, whereby it is not only about playing the game, but we're talking about the benefits of the game. We're talking about how these young coming can develop the games themselves for their counterparts to play the game. So it's a win-win situation whereby those who don't feel like playing the game can study how the coding and everything, how to create the game basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they will create the game for those who like to play the games to play the games. So it's a commercial effort on both sides. So on the education side, we try to push more of the education aspect of gaming. And schools, we currently have universities calling us to do esports clubs in the schools. And I'm also trying to push that in the elementary and primary schools as well, so that it's a gradual process from primary to elementary to tertiary to the university level of education. It hasn't been widely adopted, but I think that awareness is getting up there.
Well, it's amazing. I was actually talking with some leadership, business leaders in Algeria, and we have more meetings coming up with them. And I was talking about you and your efforts in esports and economic development and education and cultural and all the community things that come around with it. So I was bragging about you to them as well. And they actually kind of were thinking about it. You know, it's like, that's really interesting. Can we know more? And of course, us with the foundation and different things, I want to talk about that in a little bit with what you're doing. So how has it been with the youth? Is it been, this isn't, I mean, out of my mind, I'm excited, I can't believe this. How has it been with the people that are participating in your efforts?
It's been amazing. I mean, look, back in the days we didn't have esports teams. We didn't have people coming out to create teams so that they can take care of other young people. There wasn't that opportunity. It was like, hey, I'll sit in my room and play. But that notion is changing. Yes, there is the category of people who could play solely to become content creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
That pathway is there. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's a pathway of becoming a pro gamer, which is professional gamer, belonging to a team, sign contract with a team. You are responsible to your teammate to get up practice time and show forth, right? So if you ask me that how is that coming up, I think it's big. Teams are now creating team jerseys. We didn't used to have that, and they making merchandise, for the team, for the players, so the players feel, one, they belong.
Yep.
Two, they have responsibility, right?
Yep.
Because if they are tournaments, you need to wear the jersey and represent the teams. And currently, we close to about 15 esports team. I think we in the Western Africa, we are the only countries that have a bigger pool of teams, professional esports team. And these esports teams are registered business entities, so
Wow.
they are not like just
They're
clans,
not just
you know
clubs.
Yes, they're not just clubs. They are registered business, because that's one prerequisite element we ask for to become a member of the Esports Association. But we open our doors, even though you don't have a registered business entity, we ask you to start. Then we help you through the government agency, because at the end of the day, we want government to see esports as a legit business, two, as a legit community, three, as responsible. So I know you do a lot of mental health,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
How can you get all these people? We can get through the teams, we communicate through the teams. Hey, bring your players to a place for us to talk. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that you could do a session with your mental health for our team. Maybe another time, but not now.
Yes, I would. I'm going to ask you a couple of things. One is I hope we can do this regularly, because what you're doing is very inspiring for people, I think, all around the world. And there are others that are doing similar things, but I have just been really drawn to the work that you specifically put forward. So yes, I absolutely want to continue more of these. Maybe we do them monthly. We'll see what our schedules are. But people want to hear this. Now, another thing that I want to ask is, so yes, you've been aware of our work. While I've done a lot of work at esports and I have a lot of esports connections, I've really kind of gone back to the grassroots level of gaming, right? Just the connection of
Yeah.
people that aren't necessarily competitive. And so you have seen, with our efforts in the foundation, that we have 4 points of it, right? We're creating a place to belong, people that you can connect with, skills that you can develop in an environment of kindness. So, and I know that you sent in the application to be an ambassador. You're all about this. Here's the question that I really had, because I sent you some other information. The way that we're doing this, the way that we're achieving this, because it is based on mental health, right? Because when we
Yeah.
lost our oldest son a year and a half ago, those were the 4 things he felt as though he was really struggling with. Not feeling like he belonged, didn't have anyone to really connect with that understood what was happening in his mind, didn't feel like he had any skills, even though on the outside he had all of those things, and then felt the world was a very unkind place. And obviously, mental health is a topic around the world, because so many people are struggling and suffering in silence. So my question for you is, and the way that we do that is by creating these communities, right? These CREW communities, 9292 CREW communities. And they're simply gaming communities like ours, with a Discord, with a gaming platform that we're now working with a new developer, a new company that's reached out to us that wants to be the leaderboard, the tournament gameplay platform, and we're going to be incorporating that into what we do. And so my question, and then we're doing that all at no cost. We're going to fund that through the foundation, donations to the foundation, and then other sources. So we want there to be communities around the world that stay very independent to what they
Mm-hmm.
want to do, but align with those 4 points, right? Creating a place to belong, skills you can connect, or people you can connect with, skills you can develop, in kindness. So my question is, do you have currently in these teams or in your communities, do you have like one main gaming community where you have a Discord and you have, communication and those kinds of efforts? Do you have many or do you have none?
Okay, so basically we have different per games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have different games and different communities. So I would say that the most dominant game in Ghana now is, let's say, FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
So with FIFA, even FIFA, we have different category of gamers,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a broader game community where everybody belongs, and then you will find gamers who play, let's say, FUT, which is a mode in FIFA,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's I can count like four FUT community groups, right? Because it was set up by different people
Mm-hmm.
or different general people, and most of the time I get to be added to this group because I'm the president. So alone, I am in about probably, let's say, 30 to 50 groups. I, I I just have to be I just have to be there. But you know, it's very important for me to be in this group because also it makes me get in touch with the grassroots and
Mm-hmm.
understand what is happening. Because in gaming, once you are disconnected from the grassroots, you 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 you, your care for them will not be relevant
Right.
because you will not see what they really need,
Exactly.
and you would not be. I tell them that no matter how far I am away from them, they can always WhatsApp me. My number is everywhere. Anybody can send me anything. If people have
That's
issues
awesome.
with another gamer, they send me a message. Mr. President, I have an issue with this guy and I need you to talk to him for me. And I get that a lot,
I was going to say,
and
does your WhatsApp ever stop blowing up?
oh no, oh no. I mean, yes, I mean, definitely it's an environment that I've created for myself that I feel like, oh yeah, I need to be there for the gamers. First and foremost, my
Yeah.
principal, which is why I sign up for this ambassadorial
Mm-hmm.
effort that you're making, because I believe in social impact.
Mm-hmm.
And I I think about esports in two ways. I think about those who want to make money and those who want to change life with
Mm-hmm.
impact.
Mm-hmm.
And social intervention is what I believe in. Many people goes into esports thinking that, look, they see the billions of prize pool.
Right.
They see, they see how big corporations want to spend money, and all of a sudden, hey, I want to get into esports.
Right.
Damn, you'll be damn frustrated if you are listening to me. If it's all about the money, I'm telling you, you will get the money, but you won't be happy.
Yep.
Or you will get the money and lose it
Yep.
because all you think about, your focus is not right.
Yep.
But if you have a focus right to change somebody's life, it's not about the money. It's about creating that space for them to live, be able to to connect with other fellow gamers, to play in a unique way that they feel that they are welcome, right?
Yep.
And what I've learned today, the spirit of kindness, which I believe that I'm going to preach it more. Gaming is all about kindness. It's
Yep.
all about sharing, And I keep on saying that the reason why there is even a shared button on the PS4 button, because we need to share.
Yes.
Yeah. How can you game and you won't share? That's why Twitch is there. Because we gaming, Twitch is the only platform in the world, media platform, that was propagated by gamers, that is powerful than any media agency.
Mm-hmm.
It is where it grows. Twitch didn't grow out of traditional media. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yep.
It wasn't through CNN, Twitch. It wasn't through BBC. It wasn't through any news channel that Twitch became Twitch.
Yep.
It was through even YouTube. You can say that for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It was through gaming.
Mm-hmm.
While has these platforms become bigger, meaning that gaming is so powerful. And why is Kick now pushing a lot of gaming? Because they know to grow your platform to become bigger, you need to attach it to gaming.
Yep.
So it's all about as you said, creating a space for gamers to find their one, their peace,
Yep.
one, their freedom, and one, their relevance. And I will talk about relevance. I talk about how they can find skills
Yep.
and create meaningful income.
Yep.
And in Africa, I speak about using gaming to give these youth better livelihood in terms of the fact that you don't want these young people to go into armed robbery, pickpocketing, prostitution, you know. But if we can find ways for them to play games that they enjoy doing, they enjoy playing, and at the same time make money out of it,
Yep.
it's far more better. I
Yep.
see it as far more better. Yeah.
Well, you and I are. It's amazing, Quessy, because we are like minds, like hearts, and all of this. I have been a gamer since 1975. I've always had a passion for the gaming community, and I've always been very protective of the gaming community. And so esports, I've always, as it started to grow, I've always watched, people that are trying to exploit the benefits that gaming brings, and then those that are doing great things. But at its core, this grassroots element of where people, exist, of the majority that don't play competitively, there's so many benefits. One of the things that I talk about all the time is that gaming, to me, in its design, its inherent design, is accepting and welcoming of anyone. There are no barriers. And now with technology advancing, we can all, if you love FIFA and I love FIFA, we already are best friends, right? And we have this platform to start talking and doing other things. And those things that I talk about that we're building through these communities, human beings, we just need a place to belong. We all want to feel that. And oftentimes there are a lot of people that are alone, and being able to plug into a gaming community, go to a Discord, chat with people, and game with them and have interaction is a huge step. The connection, right? We all want connection. We all want to feel as though we have people we can relate to and they relate to us. And you hit it on the head with the skills development, because that's a big, big part of why I started Delta V Esports. And it was all about skills development, because if people want to enjoy a lifestyle in gaming and they enjoy that culture and that environment, then let's teach them skills. And those are things that we did there so that they can monetize those skills, whether it's content creator, shoutcaster, developer, whatever it is. But at the base of it all, Quessy, and you said this, is the world can be a very unkind place. And it is a very unkind place for many. And done the right way in our gaming communities, all of our gaming communities around the world, we can create environments where there's kindness and people can find that in there. So in wrapping this up here, my question to you is, what can I do? What can we as a foundation and organization do to help you? Because what I would love to do is be able to help build these communities with you, have you be CREW communities with these four principles, still be independent. Again, there's no cost, there's no anything to it other than aligning globally our efforts to change youth's lives, to change people's lives, and to make things better. So what can I do to help you achieve those things?
You know why I'm laughing? Because you already started. This is one of them.
Okay.
This is basically one of them. To be on your channel, to speak and I'm here talking to you, and I know it's being broadcast all over the world through your channel. And I know the amount of people that watch your channel on TikTok and all the other. It's huge for me. For me to be here to speak and talk about my community, all of a sudden a gamer know, oh, wait a minute, there's a community in Ghana, I want to link up with them. There's another gamer said, oh, I didn't know they play FIFA. let me look out for a FIFA gamer in Ghana. This is one of them. And apart from that, I definitely I don't have the kind of, let's say, partnerships and resources in US. So I speak about this a lot, that developing countries or gamers like yourself who are trans, and you one of the oldest gamers, right?
I am.
So definitely there are going to be a lot of inroads, whereby, let's say I want to do a program for parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, look, we bring in Rob, who is about 60 something, and he's coming to talk about gaming, and he's still gaming as well.
Mm-hmm.
Parents want to listen.
Yep.
You, you get it.
Well,
And
there,
these
there,
are some of
there is that. I definitely have that leverage because I'm a grandfather, I'm a father, I'm an active gamer, and at age 60, yeah, there are a lot of people that will listen to me with the things that we're doing because of my age and experience that others won't listen to, right? I mean, it's like if you're
definitely.
younger. So yeah. Well, here's what I want to do is we'll wrap this up. I'd like to do this regularly, so we'll talk through LinkedIn and set a schedule up and get you
Sure.
out there and what's going on. I will get you a little more information about what I'd like to do, and maybe because I'd like to have a crew community that maybe you have a gaming community already set up that has a Discord. Because what we do is and I'll get you the details. We either build you a Discord and get it set up the way we use ours, or we help improve it. We'll get you into these platforms if it helps, and then we'll align you, and we're going to do regular trainings to help your communities learn how to grow through better content creation, better communication, better leveraging, all those kinds of things. I would love to get that started there because I believe in what you're doing 100%. So stay tuned. I will get you some stuff more about that and see what we can do because I just am so impressed with everything, the effort that you're putting in there. And I'm going to say one last thing. I'm really glad because I was fearful. You said not too long ago that your tenure as president of the Esports Trading Association was going to end. Your year was up. And so I was really nervous that you were going to leave, but you didn't.
Well, I mean, uh, whether should I still stay on? And anytime I said, oh, I want somebody else to come up, and take the lead because I need to retire and do other stuff. In my mind, Rob, I have so many ideas. I
Yep.
have an esports farm that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Wh- One of the things I will share this with you. One of the things I said, okay, I was thinking out, so who will feed the gamers in the near future? So I can say, oh wait, I can actually start a farm where produce of the farm is stores, build, go into the community,
Mm-hmm.
and we build this farm, export the product. Some of the percentages of the money goes into social welfare,
Mm-hmm.
to foundations like yours. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it goes into building communities and empowering it. And guess what? Everybody who work in the farm will be a gamer.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
in
I
the
love it.
day, in the daytime, they go to the field to work in the farm. Maybe in the evening time, they jump onto
Love
their
it.
laptops and start playing to make content. And so
Amazing.
I'm like, so I mean, I will share with you my crazy ideas about esports. I mean, and I
I
know
love it. I love it. Listen,
gradually things are shaping up,
I'm
and I
going to tell
thank
you.
God.
So, sometime early next year, I'm gonna set a plan and an objective to get out there to Ghana. So, will you take me around all your esports efforts next year? If I make a plan to come out there and visit you?
No worries, no worries. We'll even do a tournament on your behalf.
All right, all right, all right. I love it. All right, listen, Kwesi, we're going to do this regularly, and we're going to talk more. And thank you for all that you're doing. In your country, in the economic development, the social, the grassroots. You are exactly the model of what I want to be connected with all over the world because the impact is real. And this is exactly my heart and soul for the next 20 years. I've dedicated the next 20 years to this. So we are absolutely going to do some great things. I will get you more information so that we can actually start to take some steps to do some of those things. Please keep up the great work and know what an impression you're making. Much
Thank
love to
you.
you, much love to your players and all your efforts. And I'm going to look forward to some great things we can do.
Definitely. And the street games is coming up,
Okay.
dedicated to you.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Kwesi, we're going to talk
All
soon.
right.
Thank you again. Much love to
Thank you.
you, and we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Amazing. Amazing young man. Amazing young man. Um, I'm going to actually really quick, I'm going to stop my kick stream and all of this because I want to end the recording so I have a short recording and I don't have a big file, but I'll be right back on with it. So stay tuned. Let me just end this and I'm going to absolutely just